All right, let's rock. What do we got here, Paul?
So, I ordered the Mosko Moto Panniers, the soft panniers. I got the offset package. So
Very
one
nice.
side is 35 liters, the other side is 25.
Very nice.
That way you have some room for the exhaust in there.
Okay,
But
okay.
you can order it either way. You can get straight 25s or straight 35s. I decided to go with the offset, so I have one of each.
Okay, gotcha. It's quite the knife you got there to open it, eh?
Oh yeah, I love this thing. Architect knives, Field Buddy 6.5, probably best bushcraft knife I've ever had.
See?
Check those guys out. if
This
you're
is
interested
why
in that.
this is why I hang out with Paul, because he's got all this knowledge.
All right. So,
Looking good.
wow, look at that.
What we got there?
Got some cool blue anodized mounting hardware. So this will actually be what you use to mount onto the pannier racks that are on your bike.
Okay.
I don't have mine yet. I ordered those from Outback Motor Tech.
Gotcha.
They make probably some of the best racks in the business. Super solid. So those will look really good.
So when you say the rack, that's the rack that's going to actually go on your bike for those?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about the metal assembly?
It'll be like the metal frame.
Gotcha.
That
Okay.
kind of goes, you'll see it beside the exhaust. It's out there on the sides.
Okay.
There. And then these will attach to that.
All right. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, good to
How you
see you
doing?
again.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Good to see
I'm
you.
feeling better
You're
now.
looking good today. You're not looking green.
Didn't feel like I was broke my helmet.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice right there.
All right.
Oh, just in time for the opening.
Yeah,
Here's
right?
one side.
That's good stuff.
Looks like they've already
Okay,
got
so
some pretty simple.
the bag is bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually.
Yeah, I mean 35 liters on one of them, 25 on the other.
That must be the
Okay,
35.
This is the 35.
Yeah.
Now this one also has the locking bar.
Okay.
So once you roll this down and it's on the bike, you can actually run a cable through here for extra security, so nobody runs off with your bags.
So it attaches to the bike, to the mount right here?
No, this is just to lock your stuff into the bag.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
How it attaches is back here.
Ah, okay.
have-
The business side. There we go.
These plates. If I can get these off here. These actually attach to the frames you're talking about.
Okay. Gotcha.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
So this will actually attach to your pannier rack,
Okay.
and then when you attach the bag, it slips down and it's dovetailed onto that piece, and then it locks in.
Very nice. Very nice.
Obviously, with that a little bit of weight and being attached to something rigid,
Yeah.
it's not
So-
the easiest thing to do.
Just so I'm sure, the rack, the mounting the actual brackets that the metal pieces that you attach it to don't come with this.
No, you have to buy those separately. Now, Mosko Moto actually, if you were to go on their website and see what they recommend, they actually use Outback Motor Tech
Gotcha. Okay.
as sort of their preferred rack, you might say.
Okay.
So they're not in partnership. I don't think you can actually buy the the Outback Motor Tech racks through Mosko Moto, but those are the ones that they actually use.
Okay.
So that's how they test them.
Got it. That's nice.
And then from
Okay,
here,
dude.
you've got all kinds of cool stuff you can do. Under this flap, you've got more MOLLE. And as you detach these things, you can open this up. Of course, this is a great unboxing where
Well, I mean,
We're actually learning it.
right? You're learning it on the fly right now.
so as you take these flaps off on the side of the carrier, you can put in other things.
Oh wow.
I've seen him put in things like hatchets
Okay.
and other things, but you pretty much anything that has MOLLE gear,
Gotcha.
or just put it in there and then ratchet,
Okay.
fold the flap over
Okay.
and lock it in. It doesn't have to be anything with MOLLE, but you do have the MOLLE there.
Gotcha.
So if you want to attach any type of extra MOLLE bag or Like this is a good place to put a hatchet or a shovel handle. If you got a trowel.
Okay. Is the material pretty?
Oh my God,
like,
it's super rugged.
Feels pretty durable.
People have gone down on their motorcycles so many times with these bags, and they're very abrasion resistant.
Gotcha.
They almost never cut all the way through.
Okay.
They stay waterproof.
That was my next question.
Multiple layers. So the inside has the waterproof bag. The outside is sort of the protective layer.
Wow.
And
So you throw
can
your stuff in there and you're completely dry. You don't have to worry about rain or anything like that
dry.
getting in
These
there.
roll down. These are like dry bags you would use in like a kayak adventure. These are not going to leak water.
Okay.
Probably a good place to keep beer too.
Yeah.
Because it'll keep your ice and your beer cool. It's not going to leak water everywhere.
True
Or if
story.
one of those beers does happen to bust open,
True story.
it's going to stay in there. You can save it for later.
Very nice. Very nice. Price point on these. Where are we at price point wise?
For the set, roughly about $740. That does not include the pannier racks. Those are about another $250. Depending on where you go, you don't have to get the Outback MotorTech. That's just the brand I went with. When you mount these plates, there's a lot of adjustability in the height. So you'll be able to either move the bag up or down, or you can use a different size rack, which may have bars that are set different spacing.
Gotcha.
So there's no requirement to go Outback MotorTech. That's just the one I went with.
Okay. Okay. And is this specific just to your bike, or does it fit on like other models as
This
well?
will fit on any bike that has pannier racks.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
nothing
nice.
specific there. We did try the Reckless system, which I ended up selling to my neighbor. We don't have it here now, but we did see sort of an issue with the width
Gotcha.
of my bike.
Okay.
The handles that are on the side of the passenger seat were just a little bit too wide for it to lay properly or the way we wanted to. So
Okay.
I ended up backing out of that. My neighbor bailed me out
There you
and bought
go.
the Rackless system because it fits on his bike.
Very nice.
So we may do a video on that later once we get it together. But I ended up having to kind of go back to a more traditional setup with the pannier racks. But I still wanted soft panniers. So
That was
Mosko
going to be my
Moto's
final question. Why the soft panniers over the hard panniers?
So there's always benefits, and there's a ton of videos on that. Hard panniers obviously give you more security if you want to leave things on the bike and walk away from it. You have locks. You can pull the boxes off. You can use them as chairs, tables, benches. But ultimately for me, it was safety. If I lay the bike down, having a soft pannier allows a little bit of cushion between the ground and the bike.
Gotcha.
And one of the things that happens is when you lay a bike down is that energy is going to transfer to the subframe of the bike. And if you bend the subframe, you could total out the bike. Luckily on my bike, I can actually change the subframe.
Oh, wow.
But some bikes you can't do that. They're completely welded together.
Gotcha.
So one was safety of the bike. The other is safety for the rider. When you're dabbing your feet, if you get your foot, oops.
Don't worry, that's just your beer. You
Yeah,
dabbed it. You
beer
dabbed your
foul.
beer. No big.
If you get your foot caught
Yep.
and the metal box comes down on the backside of your leg,
Yep.
which I have had happen to me before. Luckily, I didn't break it, but all that energy coming down in the suspension is going right through that metal box
Yeah, I'll be honest.
onto your back.
When we were off road on the last trip, I had like 2 times where my foot literally got kicked back, and it met that sweet spot between the bottom of the box and the dirt. And I was thinking to myself, like,
It's a scary moment.
that.
Yeah, it's a big pucker factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you break your leg out there, wow, that's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
Your bike's probably going to stay there, and you're going to have a hard, long trip to the hospital.
Yeah.
So safety for rider, safety for the bike. I don't plan on leaving my bike for a long period of time.
Gotcha.
So I'm not as worried about the security of trying to lock things into the box. And price. It's hard to argue $750 for these bags, plus maybe another $250 for pannier racks, which you may already have on top of hard boxes. Hard box system, you're still going to have to get your pannier racks. You got to get your hard bags, and you're looking at $1,400-1,500. This is about half that price.
Gotcha.
So
Wow. Yeah.
there's
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons to both of them. Whatever system's going to work best for you, go with that. I think this is going to work best for me. I've had hard boxes before, and I'm looking forward to using these. And you know, if
Very
any of that
nice.
changes, maybe we'll have to do a revisit.
There we go. So next video that we'll be talking about these, we'll be putting these on the bike.
Yes, they'll be going on the bike. Outback Motor Tech, I should have those in a few weeks. A lot of their racks are actually built to order, so they're not as readily shippable as some other brands, but you know, sometimes quality comes at a price. And in this case, the price just happens to be a little bit more time. Luckily, they don't cost anymore.
There you go.
So
Okay. Well,
good things.
there you go. Unboxing Mosko Moto, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Mosko Moto.
All right, there you go.
That's it.
By Blue ADV. So stay tuned. We'll get another video up of us putting these on the bike. So yeah,
We'll have to do a review on the Outback Motor Tech pannier racks too.
there we go. You have all the great ideas.
All kinds of stuff.